ああ。
I'm Kaysen, Forrest Kaysen.
Thomas, did you see Nick here?
No. When I got here, he was already.
Previously during the investigation.
I'm Kaysen, Forrest Kaysen.
Thomas, did you see Nick here?
No. When I got here, he was already like this.
What are you doing? Get out of the way! I'll do it!
George, stay back. She's trying to speak.
No! It couldn't be! Nick! Oh, please, no!
You got us good this time, Zach.
はい、始まりましたよ。はい、あと5分ばっかりですね。ゲームの設定を変えたので、多少は見やすく見やすくっていうかな。見やすさは変わってないんですけど、いろいろ変えてみましたね。来たぞ。エミリーだ。
Nick's still in the bar.
Just as we planned then. I wonder what happens next.
Agent York, you're really enjoying this, aren't you? I have to admit, I envy that.
雨か。
What about Diane? Emily, check that with George.
George, can you hear me? Nick's leaving the bar. What's happening with Diane?
Stay put, George. I'm thinking Nick will head to the gallery. Let's meet up there.
Agent York, it's Nick.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Let's go.
Okay. Time to play with the big boys, Nick.
うわぁ、このタイプのミッションか。ちょっと苦手だな。スピードも出したらいけないでしょ、これ。雨のせいで、どれぐらい離れてるのかっていう、あれが見えないな。何ヤード離れてるみたいな、あれがちょっと見にくいですね。おっと。近づきすぎたらダメでしょ、これ。よいしょ。おっと言いつつライトをパチパチさせてるね。こっち。こっちの方がなぜか雨が見やすい。エミリー。おっと。50ヤードヤードか。50ヤード前後で近づいてればいいかな。でもあんまり近づきすぎたらいけないと思う。今曲がって、違う奥の車がと思ってたの。右折ね、右折。はい。分かった。オレンジになったらダメなんだ。
I think he noticed us.
How can you stay calm at a time like this? We've just failed.
No need to worry. Nick will do this all again tomorrow night.
How can you be so sure?
If he breaks his daily pattern just because he saw us tonight, then that would mean he's up to no good. We can question him then. He'll be at the bar. I'll bet dinner on him.
You sound very confident. All right then, we'll try again tomorrow.
I'll let George know that we're trying again tomorrow.
So, we have to do all this again tomorrow?
That's right. Looks like Nick gets to play with the big boys for another day.
Uwa. 撮るためにせっかく俺準備しといたのに。どうしよう。寝るところ探そう。わおほ。リセットすればよかったんだ。うわ。もうこれ意地でも突っ込むわ。これもスキップ。スキップ。びっくりした。びっくりした。
We'd all have halos by now if I was driving.
I think someone's putting a curse on all the cars I drive recently.
Agent York, Nick's getting away.
Don't worry, time to get serious. Hold on, you two, this might get bumpy. Is Nick here? George.
No, he hasn't showed up here.
What about Diane? Any movement?
No action here at all. Did something happen?
Yes, a little. But George, something's different about you. Are you okay?
Actually, I had a little drink while I was waiting. This is my first murder case, after all. I'm on edge, and I needed one. It was only a little, though. I'm still in control.
Zach, Nick and Diane are probably both inside. George, you're sure you didn't see Nick?
Positive. I haven't taken my eyes from the entrance all night.
Not that I don't trust you, George, but I'm positive Nick is here. Is there another entrance?
Not that I know of.
Well, I'll go look for one. Help me out if you can, would you?
うわ。探すか。なんかジョージ怪しいね。 ここ？何？おお、敵だ。銃構えて、銃。おい。ほら、死ね。あれ？ほら。ほら。ほら。この、よし。よし。これ壊せばいいのか？うん。ああ、まだいる。ほっ。この食事の自販機で使った分をまず取り戻す。お、雨降ってるから無限湧きかもしんないな。ほっ。Don't kill me。突っ走った方がいいかな。なんだ、光ってる光ってる光ってる光ってるな。危ないと判断したからちょっと突っ走ると。銃かな。あ、そうだ。おっ、そうか、痛いか。よし。なんかありそうだね。そうか、そうか、そうか、そうか。最強武器はこいつに使いたくない。あ、光ったらこうすればいいのか。ダッシュでもすれば。ほっ。やばいやばいやばいやばいやばいやばいやばいやばいやばいやばいやばいやばいやばい。ほっ。あ、嘘だろ。ババアの分際で。よし。よっしゃ。よっしゃ。ああ。何ボタン何ボタン。ほほほ。ああ、本当に。あ、また。もういいや、使おう。バール。お、危なかった今。あ、しかもこっちで正解か。よかった。はい。よし。
Emily, I want you guys to...
Wait out here, I know. I'm not gonna fight you about this anymore. But promise me this. If there's trouble, then you'll call us in, okay? You might not think so, but we're a team.
A team.
That's what I think, at least. And I'm interested in you and Zach. I don't want anything to happen to you before I hear more about you two.
.あいつがいるな、赤いやつが。この音。
Zach, did you hear that? She wants to know more about you. Isn't that a nice surprise? Amazing.
.セーブがあって。セーブだけか。じゃあ、とりあえずセーブしよう。セーブ。よし。よっしゃ、行くか。ニック。いる。これぐらいね、距離があれば。よし。あらららら。あら。静かに。あ、ナイフね。ナイフ使えるかな。ナイフ。あ、箱とか便利。あ、サブマシンガン 10 ミリ。あ、ツールボックスにも持てないか。よし、息止めた。俺、息止めた今。よし。だぞ。フレーズ。ほっ。左トリガーでこう合わせてちょこっと上に向けて打つ。よし。断末魔遅いよ。びっくりした。なんだ。これゲーム？あ、ゲーム内の音か。音がリアルすぎた。なんだろうな。はい、どっこいしょ。なんだろう。なんだ？リッカーは来ないよね、さすがに。 あ、コマンド新種か。あらら痛い。あ、ボス戦どこ。ほらほらああほら当たってねえな。おっと振り向いてリロード。どこ。よし。あおほらしな。よし。ちょっと B で回避ができるね。ちょっと早いよ。ほら心臓なんか単純な作業ですねこれ。ほらラッキー。立夏っぽかったね。あ、お邪魔しました。お、寝れるね。服も着替えよう。よし。睡眠大丈夫？大丈夫ね。よし、行くか。だいぶ明るくなって、あ、鍵。
This is the entrance hall.
You? What are you doing here? So it was you. Much more astonishing than I imagined. I'm impressed. No! Don't! I'm not gonna stop!
too much noise. We're still missing a vital piece of the puzzle.
Nick 怪しいな。おっと何か置くのか。壺でも持ってくるか。置く。壺でいいのか本当に。うわ、ここバイオハザード。バイオ視点。なんだ。ああ、ここにもあるな。置いてみる？なんか。ああ。このリンゴみたいなのも持ってくんのかな？動いてるよ。これ通ろうとしたらズバーンってくんじゃない？ちょっと試してみようか。なんだ？何？関係ないか。あるべきものがない。あるべきものがない。あるべきものがない。あ、わかった。これ見つけた。撃てばいいのか？あ、引っかかった。青ね。赤もあんじゃない？赤見えないな。これか。おお。じゃあこれもうマッハで戻る。でもこれ何？あ、これが赤。レッあと1個あんの？そんなバカな。なんか間に合わない気がする。見えない。ない。これ平行移動ができないからちょっと難しい。どこ行った？でもあと1個ねえぞ。青これグリーンだろこれ確か。ないよ。あと1個。もう白い。これ間に合わないぞこれ。どう頑張っても間に合わないこれ。 見える？どうなるかな。1、2、3。よいしょ。広い広い。赤ね。赤。なんで今拾わなかった？おっと引っかかる。青ね。青。あ、熟女。はい。何これ。熟したリンゴね。わかった。これね。ゼルダみたいな。あ、全員そういうことか。ほら後ろ。すぐ移動。これ最強武器ゲッツ。やったね。すぐ右。あれいなかった？いたな。ほっ。近づこうか。フリーズ。ほっ。はっ。ほう。よしよし。で、上に1匹か。本当に上か？あ、いる。この階にもいるでしょ。いるね。お前か。ほら。なんだこの短パンゾンビは。よっしゃ。ほら。ほっ。あれなんだ？ショットガンだ。な。血吹いてる。血。一件落着だね。
You? What are you doing here? So it was you. Much more astonishing than I imagined. I'm impressed.
殺したの？あ、出産？あら。 うん。なんで後戻りができるようになってんだ。あ、セーブできるようにか。あ、調べれない。じゃあ行くか。何が待っているんでしょうか。あ、赤いな。なんかよっこいしょっていけそうだけどな。こっちは行き詰まりかな。行き詰まり。危ない。ここ来るんじゃない？え？なんかアイテム取ったら来るかな。あ、そっちか。ほっ。ほら。死ね、ほら。死ね。はっ。えい。あ、むずい。うん。声は聞こえんだよね。うおー。ん？はあ。ほっ。はっ。ほっ。イヌエンド。うわ、死ね。よっしゃ。うん。多分いる。こうしてこうしてこうして、はいはいはい。あ、ほら、よっしゃ。若干報酬が上がってますよね。ほらほら。よし。パイプか。鉄パイプ。よし。鉄パイプの強さにね、この間ようやく分かったんで。あ、さっきの鍵ね。ウィンガチャ。さっきのが。
You? What are you doing here? So it was you. Much more astonishing than I imagined. I'm impressed. No! Don't! I'm not gonna stop!
ああ、多分ね、ニックが犯人だと思うな。この段階では。で、さっきゲームオーバーになった時に、ヨークが、ってなってたから、なんか、狂犬病みたいな感じじゃないかな。ニックが凶暴化して、今回の事件を起こしたみたいな。あと、バイオハザードのゾンビも、なんか狂犬病が元ネタらしいですよ。ああ、枠ポイントが結構あんね、これは。で、ヤリマンは死んだと思うな。てかもうね、腹をぶっすり刺されてたからな。きっと死んだんでしょうな。名前思い出せないけど、とりあえずいろんな男と寝たっていうのは覚えてるな。結構ね。ほら、フリーズ。ほら。チュッパチャップス。ほら。ホップ。もう一匹か。ほら。やばいよ。ほら。無限巻きかしら。そうではない？よし、多分レバーガシャだろこれ。そっかしろっか。こっちはなんだ。こっちでよかったのか。確か扉を開けてこないよね。なんか何回か前の動画だ。そういうことあったからな。ドア待ちってね。あっ、よし、シュッ、デュッ、デュッ。しゃ、パチッとな。何もない。アイテムはあるかもね。お、100ピースマーク。
You? What are you doing here? So it was you. Much more astonishing than I imagined. I'm impressed. No! Don't! I'm not gonna stop!
女？あ、こっちだったんだ。絶対なんかあんだろう。うわ、紙くれとか言ってきそうだな。あ、セーブがある。セーブがあるということは大丈夫。この部屋はね、この部屋は大丈夫。おお。なんかありそうだな。でもゾンビは今んとこいないな。あ、やっぱサブマシンガン使ってくださいって言ってるような感じかな。うん、そんな感じですな。あ、もう使うか。どこ？当たった？でっかい犬でさえこれ、なんだ。うわぁ。つえ。格好はな、なんかすんげえ色っぽいんだけどな。あまた仕方ねえな。間違えた。もう2発で死ぬって分かったからな。早かったかな。姿を現せい。あ、姿が見えん。あったな。よし、使ってしまったな。もうないぞ。ナイフはね、攻撃力が低いらしいから。ゴルフクラブあと1本持ってる？ おお、よくない、そういうのよくないよ、これ。よくない。そのおっさんがショットガンだったな。よっしゃ。おお。しゃしゃ。ん？キット台か。格闘が意外に強かったね。格闘じゃねえな。接近武器が。接近武器。よし。本当にこうか。死体はどこ行ったんだな。行ったんだなって。行ったのかな。
Nick.
Agent Morgan, where are you? Answer me! Come on, open up!
Diane?
George, call for assistance with the body.
Wait! She's still alive.
こうブスっていくぞ。
Diane, don't move. Don't move your hands and stay still.
George, it's no good. It won't budge.
Emily, stand back.
George, there's not enough time. George, catch us!
an ambulance!
What? What?
Agent York, George, are you okay?
Yes, I'm okay. I think I'm too old to be an acrobat, though.
Diane looks okay too. She should be able to tell us who did this to her.
God, I hope so. But you, George, quite a catch. I'm impressed.
George? Diane.
Oh, what a beautiful beach. The reaching one who feel off is the many directions, culminating in sharp voices, glide away into nothingness, inspiring a truly deep eroticism in all who clear. Every woman will find herself about being penetrated by those sharp voices. This piece evokes unimaginable compelling. And yet, this is far more than a wooden piece of art. It is a piece of masterpiece by elegant
Diane?
themselves. Come closer. Bathe in its beauty.
Diane!
Stop right there, Nick. You're under arrest for the attempted murder of Diane Ames.
Back off! Don't touch me!
Diane, no! Move!
Emily, hurry!
I requested, and
Thomas will need a body bag, too. Nick, quiet.
Can you hear that?
Hmm? I think he wants us to follow him. Shall we follow, Zach?
ああ、予想外の結果になりましたね。セーブ。うい。 く辺もさっき飛び散ってたよね。この辺の観察は変わんないな。さっき帽子が取れた時の髪型、後ろ姿がすっごいなんかプロファイリングに出てきた後ろ姿に似てたからちょっと怪しいと。髪型で判断。押す。重たそうに押すな。うん。くんかくんか。
Willie, are you out there?
Kaysen, what are you doing in there?
York, is that you? Thank God. I can't get this door open. Can you unlock it from your side?
Kaysen, stand away from the door.
Kiss mark.
Where's Diane?
And what are you doing here?
I was going to ask you the same thing.
Well, let's just say I have my reasons, you know, private reasons. I don't really have to tell you, do I?
Actually, you do. Diane just died a moment ago.
What?
You're not just a key witness now. You're now a suspect. And you need to tell me exactly what you were doing here.
Well, I just came here to talk with Diane, to have a conversation.
And I suppose that kiss mark on your cheek is from your conversation.
This was just a spur-of-the-moment thing.
Which is exactly what killed Diane.
Okay. I came here to be with Diane. You happy now? We've been together before, a couple times. It's one of the reasons why I like coming to this town, see? This time is no different. I bumped into her in a bar in Seattle. I had some holiday coming up. Well, so I just took it and I drove her back here. I have a wife, you know, but we've been separated for a while. We're going through a divorce right now, and I don't want her lawyer finding out. Anyway, how could I kill Diane if I was in a room locked from the outside? 2 hours ago, me and Diane... easy, drinking upstairs. We were, you know, enjoying ourselves. Then Nick had to show up. Well, then Diane had a sudden change of heart. She locked me up in here. I've just been here, waiting for her to come back, of course, but she didn't. I heard footsteps a couple of times, but they just passed by. Well, then I couldn't wait anymore, so I let Willie here out through the window. Then you showed up instead of Diane.
Zach, Diane has become the third victim of our killer. And nada from questioning Nick. Nothing. Got no new leads from questioning Nick. He's taken the death of Diane really badly. In shock, the works. He claims to have liked talking with her about art. But he also had a problem with her views about men. He says that they argued, but not at a level that would lead to a murder. They were about to head out to the bar again together. But while he was waiting for Diane, someone knocked him out cold. He has no idea who it was either. Of course, Kaysen looks like a prime suspect. But that door was locked from the outside. There was no other way in or out of that room. Which means there is no evidence of his involvement at this time. He did say something else. The footsteps he heard outside the room were not heels, but a man's boots. And Nick was wearing boots. But now that Diane's dead, no one can back up Nick's statement. Which is why we have Nick in custody and have to let Kaysen go free. That seemed like the only option, at least for now. One more thing, Zach. George looked terribly depressed. I guess this case is really getting to him. He's feeling responsible for the deaths of Becky and Diane. Take his rules and confidence away from him? I wonder what's left. Well, of course, he'd still have muscle.
Nick 美術館に入る前にニックが酒飲んでたって言ってるから、ジョージもジョージもダイアンに会ったんじゃないかな。
Zach, let's get back to the hotel. First Anna, then Becky, now Diane. I'm not looking forward to writing this investigation report.
Agent Morgan. York. Do you have a moment?
What is it, George?
There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Do you have any time later?
Can't we just do it here?
If possible, I'd like to go to a bar. Of course, we don't really have to.
A bar? Now that sounds like a good idea. Zach, what do you think? We can go drinking with George, or turn him down and head back to the hotel. George, that scar on your cheek. Where did you get it?
This? Didn't I tell you? Well, it's not from work. I got it when I was a kid.
A childhood injury. Tree climbing? I used to get a few scrapes myself climbing the big tree in our backyard. I used to climb it a lot. And fall out of it a lot.
This wasn't anything like that, though. It was my mother. She did it.
I'm sorry, George.
Don't worry. It's ancient history. The world is flooded with unreasonable violence. The strong overpower the weak, adults over children, men over women, and criminals over their victims. I have no memories of my father. He left before I knew him. My mother would hit me every time I asked why. And it didn't stop there. If I ate too slow, left my shoes scattered around, TV volume too loud, she found reasons to hit me. Hit me bad. The worst was what she called the tree punishment. She'd whip my back with these thin tree branches like a whip.
Please, Mama. I won't do it again. That hurts, Mama. Oh, I'm sorry, please. I'm sorry.
Tree punishment was definitely the worst, I tell you. Just hearing those words used to make me shiver and want to pass out. And that's why I didn't want to show you those scars on my back. Every time after the tree punishment, she'd always say the same thing. This is hurting the tree more than it is hurting you. And me, being a naive, dumb kid, I believed her. I went to the woods to apologize to the trees. I kept asking myself, why is she hurting me this way? I thought long and hard about it. In the end, I've just figured I'm weaker than her. That's why. It's the law of Mother Nature at work. The strong eat the weak.
But now, you have the power to protect the weak.
That's right. Perhaps I should thank my mother for guiding me into this line of work. York. I've been an arrogant fool, haven't I? And if it weren't for me, both Becky and Diane would still be alive. I could have saved them both. You know, it's almost like they died because of me.
You're out of your mind.
I invited you to this bar for a drink. But I guess this bar is my confession chamber, and I wanted you to listen. And to tell you, well, you must already hate me for causing all these problems, not following your orders. York, I'm sorry. I'll follow your orders from now on. You'll have my total cooperation.
George, you've been as cooperative as you can be. You even invited an FBI guy to a bar for drinks. You've done a good job protecting this town. And the folks here respect you for that. Nobody can blame you for anything.
Thanks. I do feel a little better.
Hey, Carol. Becky is dead. Diane, too. We've got Nick in custody as a suspect.
Nick didn't do it.
I know. Carol, you took a locket from Diane, didn't you? A locket with this mark on it.
I'm busy, gotta go.
歩きおかしくなかった今。あ、この髪型も。
Sorry to keep you waiting, boys.
Zach, Emily is already a goddess of the forest.
Let's forget work for a bit and drink a little, shall we?
York? Why is she here?
I just thought the more the merrier. You know, to relax and get loose. Is this a problem?
No, of course not. Pardon me, Emily, but I'm pooped. I think I'll just call it a night.
George, I just got here and you're walking out on me? I was hoping the three of us could have a drink and let out a little steam.
I'm afraid I've already had enough. And I already had a good man-to-man with York. So I'll see you guys.
I think George likes you, but he's avoiding you all at the same time.
How astute.
There's a reason?
Nothing worth going into. It's a thing of the past. Okay. He did ask me out when I first came to town. I was still in high school. But I never really considered him my type. And there's the age gap thing, too. I respect him, of course. I wouldn't have taken this job otherwise.
So, did you move to this town alone?
Of course not. I came with my parents.
Tell me about them then.
Sure, why not? My dad dealt in stocks in New York. He was hardly at home when I was a kid, always working. Those pieces of paper were far more important to him than I was. Which is no different now, really. I don't see much of him. My mother? Totally different story. A wonderful person that I still respect. She was always kind and understanding. Not only that, but she would always help me find my way. She could be fierce, too, scolding me if I took a wrong step. We had our battles, sure, but all in all, she was a wonderful mother.
Past tense?
Yeah, she's gone now. Cancer, just before I graduated high school. She gave this to me just before she died. I take it with me wherever I go. It's what I treasure most.
I'm sure she's very proud of you.
I had a good time tonight. Good night.
See you tomorrow.
York.
Yes?
Please, don't lie to us, okay?
I won't. Don't worry. I won't.
じゃあ食事をしてどこに行くんだ？ホテルか。こう行ってこっちに来て、あ、だから食事はホテルでできるかな？でもここでしよう。まあ、トーマスいねえぞ。あいつどこ行った？よく見たらさ、髪型一緒似てるんだよね、このキャロとも。じゃあホテルに向かいましょう。
Zach, let's go over our progress. From what Olivia told us, and the sketchbook we found at Becky's house, Nick and Diane became our primary suspects. There were a couple of reasons for this. First, Becky gave the missing locket to Diane. Also, Nick has no alibi for when Anna and Becky were killed. We followed Nick to the art gallery, which led us, unfortunately, to our third victim. The third victim, Diane, was strung up in the entrance hall of the art gallery. Her hands were tied and a knife was sticking out of her chest. However, there was a marked difference from the previous crimes. Do you remember what that was, Zach? No, that's not it, Zach. Think back more carefully. What was different from the other crime scenes?
凶器なかったっけ？
That's right. Diane was still alive. This suggests that very little time had passed since the crime was committed. Which means the criminal was still close by. It was somewhere near the scene. There are two possible candidates. Nick, who was knocked out in the entrance, and one other. Zach, who was the other person in the gallery?
Kaysen でしょ。
That's right. Kaysen. We followed Willie, good dog, all the way to him. Kaysen's statement came out as follows. He and Diane were in a physical relationship. That was why he visited the gallery. The two were in the middle of such a meeting when Nick showed up. Diane lost her cool and shut Kaysen up in the basement. Now, what did Kaysen hear when he was locked up? That's it. The sound of boots passing by. Nick was wearing boots that day. Which means it was likely that Diane met with Nick in her room. Nick said he argued verbally with Diane about her playing around with men, but they eventually decided to go out drinking to make up. However, immediately after that, Nick was attacked by someone in the entrance hall and knocked unconscious. We saw the rest. Zach, do you think that Nick is our serial killer?
Eh?
Me too. Asha sent in a report too. He found a large volume of red seeds in Diane's stomach. This confirms her as a victim of the raincoat killer. Remaining leads. There is the locket, which is in Carol's possession, the man with the tattooed back, and the upside-down peace sign. There's a lot left to answer. I hope the coffee will give us more guidance tomorrow. Zach, what did you think about George pouring his heart out? I was surprised. It's the end of a monarchy. And he called me York instead of Agent Morgan.
もうボリュームが一瞬下がったな。
Emily? What's going on? Do you know what time it is?
I'm sorry. I couldn't sleep, so I was drinking alone.
My mother was a very kind woman. She always smiled so brightly, and baked cakes and cookies every day. She'd say that I needed the sugar because I spent so much time thinking. My father was always quiet. We never talked much. He was a federal agent, just like me. And he was hardly ever at home. The only words he ever had for me were harsh ones. I had a vivid imagination, and I remember he once said this to me. There are plenty of crazy things in this world. You don't have to go dreaming them up. And it's my job to make sense out of them. One day you'll understand what I'm saying. I found out later that my father was one of the first to ever use criminal profiling to catch bad guys. And so now I'm doing exactly the same job that he did. Like father, like son.
Can I ask you something?
Shoot.
Mind if it's something personal?
Fire away.
Who's Zach?
Zach is a friend of mine.
Oh, so you do have friends.
Yeah. He's my only friend.
What kind of person is he then?
Well, I've never seen his face. But he's always with me, and we discuss everything.
When did you become friends?
A long time ago. Back when I was a child. I was 7. I woke up one morning to hear my mother crying in the living room. This wasn't normal, so I headed in to see her. My father was there pointing a gun at my mother. I was so scared. I closed my eyes, so I don't remember much more. But I do remember the words my father said to me. At times we must purge things from this world because they should not exist, even if it means losing someone that you love. When I came back to my senses, they were both dead. He shot my mother and then killed himself.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Don't worry about it. Zach's with me. It was around that time that we became friends. I'm here. I'm with you, he said. I'll be here always. We can get through this together. Quite aside from that terrible scene in front of me, that voice seemed to make me calmer. And here we are, working together, getting through things. This is the first time I've ever told anyone about this. I wonder if Zach will get angry.
That's a sad story. But I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but I'm sure there was a reason for what your father did.
I know. I think maybe I became an agent to find out why he did what he did.
Oh yeah, York, I forgot to thank you.
Thank me? For what?
You saved my life. If you didn't save me at the gallery, I would have died along with Diane.
No need to thank me for that. I'm pretty useless. I couldn't save Becky. I couldn't save Diane.
What did you just say? Useless? I was never expecting to hear you say that. Huh. There might be a modest guy in you after all.
Finally, you noticed? You're a little slow, aren't you?
Maybe hopeless, but not useless.
Zach, do you think Emily got home safely? Anyway, I think it's more serious of a situation than I thought. Do you remember our conversation with Emily? She's really interested in you. I think she's starting to have certain feelings for you. If that's the case, Zach, you and I are rivals. This is a very serious situation indeed. Well, if it comes to that, let it be a fair fight. Agreed?
Thomas! Thomas! Let me out of here! Come on, please! Just for a moment. 1 second.
hate it in here, Thomas. I think I'm going mad. I know you're there! Come on, please! Thomas! 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 Thomas!
Previously during the investigation.
So, you want to find out everything there is to know about Diane?
Agent York, Nick is leaving the bar.
Wait! She's still alive.
Stop right there, Nick. You're under arrest for the attempted murder of Diane Ames. Emily, hurry!
You saved my life.
No need to thank me for that. I'm pretty useless. I couldn't save Becky. I couldn't save Diane.
今回長いな。うん。うん。これ大変だぞ。どこに行けばいいんだ？お。なくなった。お、びっくりした。
Open this door. There is no turning back. You still want to enter?
I do. It's better than staying here.
Very well then.
Look carefully, boy. At times, we must purge things from this world because they should not exist, even if it means losing someone that you love.
Mr. Morgan, do you want a refill?
Yes. Thank you.
Is the coffee that good, Mr. Morgan?
Coffee is a vital, investigative tool. I know exactly what to do now. It says to hurry, and the first letter of each line is H-A-R-R. Let's go pay the problematic rich boy who owns half of the town a visit. Polly, I think I'm going to go see Harry today.
Oh, really? He's a little strange, but I think he's the most trustworthy one around here. I think you'll have fun with him.
If you say so, Polly, then we probably will.
Of course. Now, give me your cup, and I'll give you some more coffee.
I'll see you later, Polly.
Mr. Morgan, what about the coffee? Don't you want a refill? Your coffee!
お、回復した。はい。じゃあ、今回すっごく長くなりましたけど、ご視聴ありがとうございました。ドラちゃん17歳女子高生でした。バイバイ。